Is NATO on the brink of war with Russia? The tension is boiling over. With NATO ramping up its defenses and Russia issuing new threats, the world is on edge. Is this just posturing, or are we heading toward a full-scale war? Streamline News breaks down the latest intelligence, military movements, and diplomatic maneuvers. Or are we on the path to global conflict? The Baltic region, comprising Estonia, Latvia, and Lithuania, stands as a critical focal point in the contemporary geopolitical landscape, particularly concerning relations between NATO and Russia. This area's significance arises from its strategic location, bordering Russia and its NATO membership, serving as a front line against potential Russian aggression. Historically, the Baltic states have been under significant influence from Russia, a legacy of Soviet control that continues to affect their security policies today. The presence of NATO forces in these countries is perceived by Russia as an encroachment on its sphere of influence, heightening tensions that echo Cold War dynamics. The geopolitical importance of the Baltic region is underscored by its role as a buffer zone between Western Europe and Russia. Given these factors, the Baltic region remains a pivotal area in the broader context of NATO-Russia relations. Understanding the geopolitical dynamics at play is crucial for assessing the likelihood of conflict and formulating effective responses to potential threats. Section 2. Russian military buildup. A strategic overview. In recent years, Russia has embarked on a significant military buildup, raising alarms across Europe and within NATO. This expansion includes increasing active service members to 1.5 million, positioning Russia's military as one of the largest in the world. The Russian military buildup encompasses the modernization of its nuclear arsenal and the enhancement of its conventional forces. The resumption of production for intermediate and shorter-range nuclear-capable missiles signifies a return to Cold War-era military strategies. The deployment of troops near its western borders and the establishment of new military divisions underline Moscow's intent to project power. In addition to conventional military buildup, Russia has also enhanced its capabilities in hybrid warfare, employing tactics that blur the lines between war and peace. Understanding Russia's military strategies and objectives becomes crucial for anticipating potential moves and formulating effective countermeasures. Section 3. NATO's countermeasures. Bolstering Baltic defenses. In response to Russia's military buildup, NATO has undertaken significant measures to enhance its defensive posture, particularly in the Baltic region. Estonia, Latvia, and Lithuania have significantly ramped up their military readiness, with Lithuania reintroducing conscription and doubling its armed forces. These measures are complemented by the installation of anti-tank obstacles and other defensive infrastructures along borders with Russia and Belarus. NATO has strengthened its presence in the region through the deployment of multinational battle groups, part of NATO's Enhanced Forward Presence Initiative. In addition to ground forces, NATO has focused on improving air and missile defense capabilities, with plans to deploy advanced missile systems in Germany by 2026. The Nordic-Baltic 8 countries have enhanced their joint exercises and intelligence sharing, further solidifying regional security. These coordinated efforts underscore NATO's determination to counter Russian threats and maintain stability in the Baltic region. Section 4. Hybrid warfare. Russia's covert tactics. Hybrid warfare combines conventional military tactics with unconventional methods such as cyber attacks, disinformation campaigns, and economic coercion. Russia has been at the forefront of employing hybrid warfare to advance its geopolitical objectives, particularly in the Baltic region. Notable incidents include the removal of navigational aids on the Narva River, escalating tensions between Estonia and Russia. Russia has been accused of interfering with GPS systems and severing undersea telecom and power cables in the Baltic Sea. The use of disinformation and cyber attacks further illustrates Russia's hybrid warfare tactics, aiming to influence public opinion and destabilize governments. These efforts are often accompanied by cyber attacks on government and military networks, which aim to disrupt operations and gather intelligence. Understanding and adapting to hybrid warfare becomes essential for maintaining security and resilience. Section 5. Potential conflict scenarios. A global security concern. As tensions between Russia and NATO continue to rise, the potential for conflict looms large, posing significant implications for global security. One scenario involves a limited conflict in the Baltic region, where Russia might engage in a rapid military incursion to test NATO's resolve. A second scenario involves a broader regional conflict, where Russia seeks to assert its dominance over Eastern Europe, possibly involving Belarus or Ukraine. Alternatively, a protracted period of heightened tensions and low-intensity conflicts could persist, characterized by continued hybrid warfare and sporadic skirmishes. This scenario requires sustained diplomatic efforts and robust defense measures to deter aggression and maintain stability. Ultimately, the potential for conflict between Russia and NATO underscores the need for comprehensive strategies that incorporate military preparedness, diplomatic engagement, and resilience against hybrid threats. The stakes for global security remain exceedingly high. Section 6. Expert analysis. Assessing the likelihood of war. Expert assessments of the likelihood of war between Russia and NATO vary, reflecting the complexity and unpredictability of the geopolitical landscape. Danish intelligence suggests that Russia is preparing for potential war with NATO within the next 5 years. This assessment is echoed by other experts who point to Russia's military buildup and hybrid warfare tactics as indicators of its readiness to engage in conflict if necessary. However, the ongoing Ukraine conflict is seen as a mitigating factor, diverting Russian resources and attention away from direct confrontation with NATO. Despite these assessments, the unpredictable nature of international relations means that the risk of escalation remains. Preventing misunderstandings and miscalculations is crucial for avoiding unintended conflict and ensuring that any disputes are resolved through peaceful means. Section 7. Preventing escalation. Diplomatic and strategic approaches. Preventing escalation between Russia and NATO requires a multifaceted approach that combines diplomatic engagement with strategic military measures. Diplomacy plays a pivotal role in de-escalating tensions and fostering dialogue between the two sides. Engaging in regular communication channels and confidence-building measures can help prevent misunderstandings and reduce the likelihood of unintended conflict. On the military front, maintaining a credible deterrent is essential for preventing aggression. NATO's continued commitment to collective defense and the enhancement of military capabilities in the Baltic region serve as a deterrent against potential Russian incursions. Building resilience against hybrid threats is another critical component of preventing escalation. By pursuing diplomatic and strategic measures, the international community can work towards a more stable and secure geopolitical environment. Section 8. Historical context. Lessons from past conflicts. The current tensions between Russia and NATO are reminiscent of past geopolitical conflicts, particularly those of the Cold War era. Lessons from this era offer valuable insights into managing the present-day standoff and preventing escalation. One key lesson from the Cold War is the importance of maintaining open lines of communication between adversaries. The Cold War demonstrated that a credible deterrent, backed by a strong defense posture, can prevent aggression and maintain peace. Avoiding actions that could be perceived as provocative or escalatory is essential for preventing conflict. The Cold War underscored the need for multilateral cooperation in addressing global security challenges. The current geopolitical landscape requires collaboration among nations to address shared security concerns and prevent conflict. Section 9. Conclusion. Navigating the tense standoff. As the world faces the prospect of a potential conflict between Russia and NATO, navigating this tense standoff requires a careful balance of diplomatic engagement, military preparedness, and strategic resilience. The Baltic region remains at the heart of this complex dynamic, serving as both a potential flashpoint and a symbol of collective defense. The path forward must prioritize dialogue and cooperation, leveraging diplomatic channels to de-escalate tensions and build mutual understanding. At the same time, maintaining a credible deterrent and strengthening defenses are essential for safeguarding against potential aggression. Addressing hybrid threats requires a comprehensive strategy that encompasses cyber defense, information security, and infrastructure protection. By navigating this complex landscape with caution and resolve, the world can work towards a more peaceful and secure future, avoiding the catastrophic consequences of conflict. What do you think? Are we on the edge of war, or can diplomacy still save us? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Like and share to spread awareness. Subscribe now to Streamline News for real-time updates on global conflicts, geopolitics, and military strategy.